private visit. But there's another problem appears because you need information for your employee, the one who gives you job. You need to such information that you cannot that you're off work, yes, for like because of the illness, so indispositions. I don't know how you call it, but it is like it's illness. So the doctor, only the official one, I mean from the that's employed in the so-called first contact clinic, can give you such thing, such a document. So if you go for a private visit, you don't get these documents. So this might be a problem for the working people. Secondly, if you need to visit a specialist like cardiologist, dermatologist, or anything, you must wait, sometimes even 1 year or more. So it's a long time, especially for those that suffer the pain and are in a difficult situation. So that's too much. Therefore, many of us decide to visit private clinics, so at least they know what happens and they get like the much faster some help. Then they may wait, yes, for these months, for several months, to meet the, let's say, official doctor. So such is the problem with our healthcare. But still, our doctors are well educated. They can help once you get there to the clinic, to the doctor. They know how to help you usually. So the medicine in Poland is on a pretty high level. So no wonder that even foreigners come and study in Poland. For example, the Scandinavian students come to Krakow to study stomatology or other faculties, medicine faculties, subjects, and then they return to their countries, Denmark or Norway or whatever. So we have contracts. Our universities have contracts with those countries, so they come and they pay much less than in their own country. In terms of studying in Poland, for the Polish residents, for the Polish people, university is free, so we don't pay it. So if you decide to study, if you're lucky enough to get on the state university, then you don't pay anything. It's free. You pay only the rent, the apartment or room, whatever. But the education is free for us, and it doesn't really matter what faculty you choose or which subject, engineering, medicine, law, or psychology, or whatever, humanistic sciences, anything is free. Obviously, there are also the private universities, academies, colleges, those who must pay, but the best are those of the state. So, for example, Jagiellonian University we visited on the first day, first evening when we met. So this one is free. The University of Warsaw is free. So like big, important universities that really count are free. So that's that's a good point for our young people, for our students. On the other hand, the rental is pretty expensive, so not everyone can afford studying. Therefore, they introduced second system of studying, so-called weekend system. So these young people may work during the week and they take courses on weekends. So courses start on Friday evening, late afternoon, whole Saturday, and sometimes Sunday morning until like noon or 2 p.m. So such courses, they nearly don't leave the university, the school, for a couple of hours. They stay there and study. This system, this kind of studying, you must pay, is payable, but at least they can earn it. Yes, they can earn the money during the week. So you have always two options. So that's how it works in Poland. Schools like primary and high schools are obviously for free, but there are also private schools, foreign, where you can learn two languages, like bilingual, so in Polish and English, for example. So there are also such schools in Poland, especially when it comes to Krakow. So there are several places of this kind. There are obviously Catholic schools, one Protestant, as far as I know, in the city center, and state schools. The basic education is divided into two levels. So the primary elementary school lasts 8 years. So kids start school at the age of 7. That's when they go for the first time to school. And until 15 they remain in primary school, elementary school. Then they go to the high school. So there's no middle school, nothing of this kind. Used to be for a pretty short time, but we returned to the original system. So 2 levels. So 8 years in the primary school and 4 years for the high school. If that's technician school, then it lasts 5. So the high school ends up with a maturity exam. The maturity takes place in May. So first days of May, they take the maturity exam. So they always have to pass the Polish language, yes, the Polish literature, mathematics, foreign language, and some other subjects. It's up to them. It might be or biology, geography, or history. So that's optional. But always there is Polish literature, mathematics, and foreign language. So that's mandatory. And upon the score, on the base of the scores they receive from the maturity, title that you get is the bachelor. The bachelor you obtain after 3 years of studying, and you may finish on this level. But if you want more, you take another 2 years and then you get a master. If you decide to do a career on the university or get a better title, a degree, let's say degree, sorry, you remain on the university for another 4 years to become a PhD doctor, as we call it in Poland. So PhD 4 years. So 5 years to become a master and another 4 to become a PhD. They estimate that approximately 40% of the young people choose to study. So after the high school maturity, they go on universities. Mainly girls, yes. So it is like girls really desire a higher education. I don't know. That's mainly girls that choose to study. Engineering obviously is occupied by boys, but all the rest are girls. Medicine, well, more divided, but still mainly girls. We work 40 hours a week, so such is the average working time, 40 hours a week. Workers are entitled to the 26 days off, so for the holidays or whatever, they need to get rest 26 days. But additionally, we have also our holidays and so-called long weekends. So there are 12 13 days a year. So starting with the New Year's Day, then the Three Kings Day, January the 6th, then Easter, 2 days. So there is Sunday and Monday, which is off as well. Then there is May the 1st, Labor Day, and May the 3rd, the Constitution Day. So it's a, let's say, long weekend usually. First and May 1 and 3. So usually, if combined with the weekend, regular weekend, it gives you 5 days off. So it's a great thing. Then after we celebrate Corpus Christi. After Corpus Christi is the Assumption of Mary, All Saints. approximately. In Krakow, it is 2,200 euros. Obviously, we don't earn in euro, but it's already converted from Polish zloty into euro. So monthly, per month, those are the wages per month. But then the cost of living come. So a rent of an apartment, like 50 square meters, one bedroom and a living room with a kitchenette, costs like in Krakow it is around 3,000, 4,000 zloty per month. So let's say like in euro once again, it is 1,000 euro, yeah. So if a person, if you earn 1,500, then you remain with 500 euro. Still, it is 2,000 zloty. You can manage, yes. Because food is still quite cheap, relatively cheaper than in other countries. Still, Poland is a producer of food, one of the biggest in Europe. Especially veggies, seasonal veggies and fruits are quite cheap, so everyone can afford those. Bread or is becoming more expensive, but still, okay. Even with one salary, you may afford. Yes, you can do this. Even including, cinema or going to a restaurant 2 or 3 times per month, it's okay. So, well, that's how it looks. But most of us usually eat at home, so we don't eat out, we eat in, and usually with families, most of us rather cook than order a catering or go to restaurants or bars. So that's how it looks. Many people bring their own food in thermos to work. So it is quite common. Most of us travel abroad, especially since we joined the EU. So at least once a year, people go abroad to spend holidays in some warmer places. We miss the warmth, not like you, that you may be tired with the heat. In Poland, we miss the warmth. So whenever an occasion happens, we take the advantage and go elsewhere. At least 1 or 2 weeks in a hotter place. So Croatia is extremely popular in Poland among the Polish tourists. Second would be Italy, Spain, Greece. Wow, yeah. Polish people love also Greece. Albania is becoming more popular. So there are many places we fancy that we really like visiting. But spending holidays in Poland is also quite common. So you may spend like 1 week abroad and 1 week in the country, traveling around the state, around Poland. As I told you, my country go. There's a beautiful panoramic view, and that's what we're gonna visit. It's a restaurant, but what I like to tell you is that most of these houses look like that one. It was a pretty common style for this area. So steep roofs, many attics, and some figures also on sides, like small towers. These things, these decorations. So similar houses were quite common in this place, in this region. Actually, most of the houses were built from wood, even in cities. That's why in most of them, not many survived, not much survived, because wood isn't very long-lasting. Yeah, so it's a fragile material. So most of these houses are gone. But some of them survived, and those were brought from their original places to the museums in the open air ethnographic parks, as we call them. So the museums of the old villages, where they gathered such old houses, original houses that were first inhabited for like a couple decades, and then they were brought to the museum. Such museums we called skansen in Poland. We call them skansen. There are many skansens in my country. Every region has such museum. Tomorrow on the way to Auschwitz you'll be passing by one of skansens. You may ask the guides to tell you, to show you where that is. Although you won't see much from the museum because it's behind a fence of trees, yes, there are many trees. It's simply hidden behind these trees. So wooden architecture, especially in this part of Poland, survived many wooden churches. Yes, there's even a special trail, a special road of the wooden architecture, wooden churches, and in a moment you will see one of them in Barbaut. You will see one of such churches. The church that reaches 1700s. Sometimes, you know, the oldest one is in Krakow, in outskirts of Krakow, in a district named Nowa Huta. So there we have the church that reaches 1400s. So a Gothic wooden church. Look at the houses. Most of them were built for entire families. So they are divided into several